Welcome to Hong Kong, China. This is Discovery Bay, and we are in this fantastic facility called DB Ice Rink. Today we are in the fourth day of the tournament, and the first game we bring you DPR Korea versus Uzbekistan. This important game between these two teams, top two ranking teams in the division. It's going to be turning out to be a crucial game that would shape the remaining of the tournament. At first to enter the arena, team DPR Korea. Korea led by their captain, number 5, Kim Chung-hyuk, overcame an injury to the head and performed admirably 2 days ago here with the win over Hong Kong, China. Number 13, Hwang Il-nam, also a very prominent player in the game, scoring some very crucial goals, full of energy, very disciplined played, and they look forward to couple these giants entering the rink now. Team Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan here in Division 3B, not because they're not good enough, they are here because they're new to the IIHF system. With most of the players playing for the same club in the Kazakhstan Professional League. This team has players trained professionally, and they do play like a very, very solid team. And now they, ranking-wise, they're the underdogs, but I've seen them play, and for everyone who's seen them play, we would agree Uzbekistan would be the favorite team to take home the win here. And because these two teams are in the top two positions, they will make their way to earning promotion so much easier with a win here today. DPR Korea, goalie number 1, Kim Kang-gun. And for Uzbekistan, the goalie number 20, Daniel Muratov. Both goalies played all the games for the team so far. And the referees for this game, referee from Thailand, Aomsin Ubolok. Linespersons from Croatia, Tomislav Grozak, and from Chinese Taipei, Kung Chi Lin. And we'll get ready for 3 minutes, 3 periods of 20-minute action. Here we go. Uzbekistan versus DPR Korea. Uzbekistan, number 9, Vasily Chilov, moves it back. Very crisp passing this Uzbekistani team. As for DPR Korea, in terms of size and weight, they are at a disadvantage. We talk about physical conditions. These two teams may be on equal terms, as both teams are professionally trained and conditioned. Here's a shot, but ends up in behind the net with a clearance by the DPR Korean team and sends it down the ice for icing. Now, DPR Korea played a very structural game here this tournament, while Uzbekistan tries to control the neutral zone and utilize their speed, their size, and their skills. We've seen them winning multiple, double-digit goal games. Mongolia here is Uzbekistan, and that's the first goal. One to nothing, Uzbekistan. Early start to the game. And expected demonstrating their dominance. DPR sending out number 17, Park Yong-jo, the best player for yesterday's game. Park Bung-gwang, number 2, moves it back out, intercepted by Uzbekistan with a shot, saved by Kim Kang-gun. Out into the neutral zone. Malta. Three passes later, we're back in the offensive zone. Is Sinyavsky, top of the crease, keeping it in the zone. Moving in, number 21, Ilya Nazarevich. Leads it for the captain, Rasulov. Rasulov turns around, find a Korean. Almost lost the possession, now they do, and DPR Korea trying to push it back out. Hwang Yo-nam to the back onto the left side to Kim Il-choi. So for no shots for DPR Korea. And when you compare the two teams, it's just the maturity of the skills. When the player has the puck, what they do with it, the movement is so much smoother. One option for DPR Korea is to perhaps play a more physical game, as we saw them play yesterday. They do have the ability to throw their bodies around. Here's Kabibov on the right side with a shot. Goalie could not save it, and it's another goal. 2-0. Sends it sideways to Kabibov. There's so much room. Couple of moves and sends it. Pick this corner. Went near side, just above the goalie pads. And that's 2-0 for Uzbekistan. Now for DPR, Korea being the second-ranked team in terms of team standings right now. WMIIIB with another shot in front of the goalie. Here's Rim Won. On to the left side, sends it forward to number 14, Han Bum-Cui. Centering pass, nice interception by DPR Korea. Not the best passes. Intercepted by Kusamboev, the under-18 player from the U18 squad we saw a month ago. Kusamboev, one of the top defenders on the under-18 squad here, promoted to the senior squad, also playing in the top defense unit. You see how important he is to Team Uzbekistan. Sinyavsky. On to the right, intercepted by DPR Korea with a huge slap shot, and one went high. Swings it to Sinyavsky. Five minutes gone in the opening period. DPR Korea still struggling to find the first shot on goal. Here comes Uzbekistan moving closer and closer, and here's a steal by Kim Il-choi. Choi goes in, loses possession along the board. Now we have Siniavsky with a nice stretch pass. Siniavsky tries to move past the two red shirts. Now we have DPR Korea coming back with a 2-on-3. That's their first shot on goal, and that was saved by the goalie Muratov with 14:35 to go in the opening period. Scores 2-0 for a team from Eurasia. A lot of talks about these Uzbekistanis over the past few days here in Hong Kong, China. They are certainly creating a lot of news and getting a lot of attention from hockey fans. And, a couple of days ago here at Discovery Bay, you have a good number of local fans showing up just to watch these players play. They're not like most we have seen here before, obviously at a very high level of play. The story with Uzbekistan, they have been a country, oh, here's another goal. And with just how the player moves, you know that puck is going to go in. From the right side, cutting in, running along the goal line, a couple of moves. Deked out the goalie. As soon as the goalie makes a commitment to the goalie's left side, he knows he's done. And that's the third goal in the opening period. Sounds like a lot of goals, but trust me, it's probably one of the better showings from all the opponents Uzbekistan has played this tournament. Here's Maltsev, defender sends it, goalie makes a save. Nice pass up there, it's a 2-on-0. DPR Korea sideway pass, unable to make connection. But that's a great chance. DPR Korea not ready to give up yet. And we know that's in their culture. Sends it up again. Very interesting moves by the coach, Lee Pong-il, a longtime coach for DPR Korea. You see him switch gears so quickly on the fly, and it's pretty hard to do when you try to change the way your team plays during the game in the period. It's really, really difficult, and you have to have a very disciplined team like DPR Korea to make that change on the fly. Here's a pass to Golubovic. Interception by Kwang Yo-nam. Puck muscled away by Kravchenko. Centering pass missed everybody. And now DPR coming that way with a 4-on-3 opportunity. That's going to be an offside situation. And the offside it is. 12 remaining in the first. And we have a goalie change. For reasons unknown, the DPR Korean goalie Kim Kang-gun has been pulled, and number 25, the backup goalie Dong Kang-song is on the ice. They will have an opportunity to take a look at the backup goalie of Dong Kang-song. Jong, a significantly smaller goalkeeper, listed at 5'8" compared to Kim Kang-gun's 6'1". Here's Uzbekistan with some nice moves there. Centering pass to Siniavsky to Nazarevich. Whip on the one-timer, and here goes DPR Korea with a counter-attack again. Also starting to see them throw their bodies around a little bit more. Rasulov, the captain, goes in, and it's going to be an offside call by the linesperson from Chinese Taipei, Hong Chi Lun. Of course, we have to thank all these officiating crew coming from all around the world to help out at the tournaments. Of course, everyone from IIHF, the personnel, the results manager, everyone involved in making the games work. Also some executives from the IIHF also here to support the game. And Uzbekistan, oh, here's a shot by DPR Korea. This one just barely missed. That's number 14, Han Kung Choi. Kujabodayev on the right, the under-18 superstar. And along with Salokidin Asimov, number 17. Despite being very, very young and on the third attacking line on the Uzbekistani squad, they are producing some very big numbers. There's going to be a penalty and a holding call being assessed. Going into the box, number 23.
2-minute body.
The DPR Korea, number 23, Jong Kang Rim Ju Won, going into the box for 2 minutes for a hold. And Uzbekistan with a 2-minute man advantage over DPR Korea. Moving in, number 7, Vadim Kravchenko. Sends it the other way to Siniavsky. Unable to keep it in the zone. Back they go for the puck. Muratov now to play the puck. That's Malchev. Sideways to Siniavsky. To Gilov. Gilov turns. Brings it to Kravchenko. Siniavsky. Back to Siniavsky. To Gilov. Maltsev waiting for the shot onto the left side with a huge one-timer by number 7, Kravchenko. And this one, another one on the other side. This one, I think it's safe. And that one was whipped. And we have DPR Korea going in. Some of the players going into the bench for a change. And here comes Kravchenko with a breakaway chance, and he scores. 4-0 Uzbekistan. Showing two separate incidents here. The first one with a shot, one-timer, it hit the post there. And the goal here, the fourth goal of the game. Goalie challenging way out, but the angles of the shot was just too good. Now we have 4 goals. Every single game Uzbekistan has played so far this tournament have been in the double digits. Both games in the 20s. We got 26 goals in the game against Mongolia. 28 against the Philippines. Here's another shot, saved by the goalie, Chong. And I would have guessed one of the reasons why there's the goalie change for DPR Korea is they were probably thinking about maybe testing out to see if they have a chance against these juggernauts. And after these 3 goals, the coach might have probably thought, no, we can't do it. Maybe save our starting goalie some energy or endurance. Let the backup goalie take this game. There's a couple of players going down in center ice. Here is Uzbekistan again. Here's Montanov. Goalie tipped it aside. DPR Korea coming in. Perhaps the coach thought was not wrong. Here's a nice check into the boards. It's surprising the games here haven't been very physical. Given Mongolia, DPR Korea, Hong Kong, China, they'd like to throw their bodies around. Sometimes they play a chippy game. And so far this tournament, things have been pretty mellow. And the refs also doing a great job letting things flow. This face up in the neutral zone. Uzbekistan taking the face-off win. Very nice pass to number 5, Tilya Kojayev. Taken down. No arms up by the referee, so game goes on. DPR sends it the other way to Rim Juwon. Goalies covering the puck for a face-up in their own zone. 5:38 to go, other than the 4 minutes. 4 goals scored, not a lot happening this game so far. Everything is going as expected, and there's not a lot of energy from both teams either. Certainly Uzbekistan knowing they don't have to go full 100%. But maybe DPR Korea. Here comes DPR Korea with a 2-on-1 chance. Cross ice pass, nice speed, and they score! 4-1, DPR Korea. Wonderful goal. It's their 3rd attempt on a play like this, and they finally get it, and the pass connects. Very nice play. The coach's strategy has worked. And that's what an experienced coach, knowing everybody in the team, can do. The head coach Rink, certainly a well-respected executive in the DPR Korean ice hockey community. Down by 3 goals. They're going to force Yersinyevsky with a shot, and that one's in. Very quickly, the answer is back. Like Uzbekistan is saying, no, we're still here. And Sinyevsky, he doesn't lead in scoring, but he is the team's one of the most lethal options here. But it's just that the team has decided to play the younger kids a little more instead of relying on the top players. Siniavsky actually played very, very well every single game. Now Siniavsky calling for the puck in front of the net. DPR Korea with the puck 5 wins the game, 4:30 to go. Sends a long shot into the neutral zone. Very creative DPR Korean team, bringing the game with some pretty interesting results here. Going into the box, number 13, Hwang Yo-nam. So they give up 2 minutes of their attacking time. We'll have to go into defense mode for 2 minutes. On to the right side of the shot. Pat save, steered aside by the goalie. Behind the net, number 12, Kurokovic. Sends it back to 16, Dadak Kojayev. Dadak Kojayev gets pinned down into the boards. 5 players poking at the puck. Coming away with it, Uzbekistan. Sends it to the slot, on to the right. Whoa, nice pass. That one deflected. Goalie made a save. This is a one-timer, beautiful goal. And that's the number 6 goal for Uzbekistan. When you look at how the team moves the puck around, every single time a player touches the puck, there is the opportunity to send it in. And look at how good the skills are. Even when the puck is at a very difficult angle, the player is able to make that shot and aim it for good placement. Not 6-1. DPR keeps it in the zone, sends it back down deep. DPR Koreans, no doubt, fighting very hard. Rim Ju-won taking a hit from the back into the boards. That one went unchecked, uncalled. There's a nice save by the goalie Muratov, and it's a spin around shot. And puck goes the other way back to the DPR Korean zone with 2:45 to go in the opening period. Hassan Boev sends it down, looking for Nasirov on the other side. DPR Korea picks it up, looking for options. Sends it to the left side. Gets it out into the neutral zone. Han Kum-chol, number 14, goes for it. It quickly turns around and realizing he's not going to get to the puck in time. Pak Kum-kwang, a great game yesterday, 2 days ago. Makes the pass to Rim Ju-won on the left wing. Back to number 2, Pak Kum-kwang with a shot deflected in front of the net. Under 2 minutes to go in the opening period. Here is still DPR Korea trying to make a shot. And now comes Uzbekistan. Very nice move here to number 24, Igor Dorofiev. And the goalie made that save. 1:40 to go. And the score is 6-1. Backup goalie certainly not a young goalie. He's about the same age as the starting goalie as Kim Kang-gun. And now we see the starting goalie Kim Kang-gun donning his mask again, standing right next to the gate. Maybe he's looking to come in for a switch again. We don't know, but we do see the assistant coaches yelling and screaming out directions to the team. Of course, I'm unclear what that was. It's a great hit by number 9, Vasily Gilov. DPR Korea down by 5 goals. Finds back in the offensive zone. Number 18, Kim Kom-ryong giving chase. Taken down. His teammate gets it. Goes into the shot and shoots. Rebounded by DPR Korea. Another shot. Another save by the goalie. Backhand shot. All denied by Uzbekistan. Great sequence of shots by DPR Korea, but continues to be denied by Muratov and Uzbekistani defense. Shots after shots. So far, they've been the only team that has come this close to Uzbekistan. And while the Uzbekistani team has been dominating in this tournament, they haven't played a single shutout game. Every game they've allowed goals to be scored on their own team, but their firepower more than enough to cover it. Here comes DPRK with another chance on the left side. 5 more seconds to go, and that should really do it. Final buzzer after the opening period. 6-1 to score. Uzbekistan with a commanding lead over DPR Korea. I'll take a break when we're back, period number 2.
Yeah, it's on two. Yeah. I'll do
Now welcome back to DB Ice Rink here in Hong Kong, China. Game one of the fourth day of tournament play. Uzbekistan versus DPR Korea, 1 period done, 6-1 the score, and Uzbekistan is back for more. After 1 period of play, shot on goal 17-6 with the advantage, of course, going to Uzbekistan. Lots of goals in the first period. Rasulov, Khabibov, Rustamkhanov, Kravchenko, and Siniavsky, and Rustamkhanov scoring another goal for Uzbekistan. For DPR Korea, they scored a lone goal. That one scored by number 21, Pak Chung-jo. And the DPRK backup goalie is still the net. And he's allowed another goal. It's a tough job to defend against this Uzbekistani team because look how open the players get. And then once they get the puck, there's very little time defenders get to react to the player because they're so quick with their hands. They know what to do with the puck. Their one-timers are really, really accurate. So there's not much you can do when the puck goes across the crease. It goes across the ice into a one-timer, especially for a defender. So for a goalie, it's also very difficult to react to. You're already preparing for a shot on one side, and all of a sudden the puck goes to the other side of the rink. It'll take time for the goalie to slide towards the other side of the rink, and even though you know there might be a one-timer shot from the other side, sometimes you're just not quick enough to get to the space needed. And one of the reasons is you don't train with players at this level. You don't play enough. So back in where the goalie is from, the fastest we've seen is, I don't know, probably 70% off, I presume. So when it comes to playing top teams like Uzbekistan, there's this dilemma. In your brain, you know what to do. You know exactly what moves you need to pull out to make that save. But in reality, you're just half a second too slow, and you're not quick enough to react. Because it's not, the timing is not what you're used to. Here is another shot. Great save there by the goalie, Jung Kang Song. Whips his glove hand out really, really quickly. Look at how far out he counts. So definitely very experienced goalie here, and he's seen shots like these. He's okay with the speed and the strength of the shots. It's the way the players move the puck around laterally that's causing DPR Korea a lot of problems so far this game. And there's nothing you can do to stop it unless you intercept all those passes. But with Uzbekistan, the difficult thing is that so many options. Every single skater on the ice can skate, can pass, can receive, and they always move around, making it very difficult to defend against. On to the left or right side. Intercepted by 16, Dadatko Jaya. Dadak Jaya tries to cut in. Poked away by the captain, Kim Chong-ho. Players going into the boards. Coming out with it is Uzbekistan. Along the boards, going to the other side, looking for options here. Backhanded back to the point. All four Uzbekistani players bunched up along the boards, unable to pick up the puck. DPR Korea sent it back out. Nice pass attempt, a little too hard. The pass for Hwang Yo-nam. Hwang Yo-nam is certainly going to be a factor this game if DPR Korea wants a point from the game. He was their fastest player yesterday, 2 days ago, against Hong Kong, China. He was their best shooter. Very, very good sense with the puck up front. And he creates space for his players, and he's always looking for him. Oh, here's a great shot in front of the net. Back down to the left side with a shot. This one blocked by number 57, Sultanov. Hwang Yo-nam with a shot. This one, bad rebound. Rebound went into midair. Now a little frustration seeping out from the DPRK players. And that is never a good thing. They were first to see Hong Kong, China 2 days ago, unable to keep their cool and losing a lot of opportunity. And so they should be aware of the consequences. And now we see the head coach, Lee Pong-il, looking back at his player, talking. Perhaps not happy with it, but good chances up front now. DPR Korea with a shot blocked. Into the backhand chip, left down by Uzbekistan's Gilov. Gilov to Dr. Koev. And then a shot, great save by the goalie. Winning applauses from the audience. Sliding save. Huge slapper, this one blocked. DPR Korea, Cho Wee Song. Play was whistled down. Face-off will be brought back into the neutral zone if they went offside. 7-1, still the score. 6-goal lead by Uzbekistan. A huge lead for sure. But it's by no means a guarantee. DPR Korea tries to get a puck from the offensive zone. Blocking the pass. Now both players races for the puck. Rofiev gets it. Rofiev spins around, looking for Nazarevic. Takes it to Gilov. Gilov spins around with his head up, skates around, protecting the puck, sends it to the left side. Right now we are in the second period where the teams are going to have a lot of problems with the bench here. Remember the bench, these two benches are both completely inside the attacking zone of the other side. Here is going to be a sure goal. Look at the moves. A match for the goalie. When you have a player like Kravchenko, so much time, making so many moves, weaves and deeks around the goalie. How many times is that? It can 1, 2, 3. And the goalie committed, leaving the left side to Kravchenko. Kravchenko makes it look so easy. Kogan. To the right side, Siniavsky lost the puck as he was trying to skate towards the right side. Dorofiev, Gorobovic protecting the puck to Siniavsky. Nice passing there into the slot, another one. Crisscross passing. Exactly the way we knew Uzbekistan over the past 2 games. 1, 2, 3. And when your passing is that good, you're just making the other team's defense move around like a swarm of bumblebees. And as a goalie, it doesn't make things any easier. Constantly shifting and moving, not knowing where the shot is going to come from. Now here's an offside call. Nine to 1 score. I don't think there's any doubt that Uzbekistan's going to take this one. It's a matter of how many goals are going to be scored. Uzbekistan in the forward zone, taken by DPR Korea, sends it down to the left side. Uzbekistan there first. Stanikov with a shot. 12:06 remaining in the second. 9-1 to score. I know there's still a lot of time remaining in the game, but with a win here today, it's going to pave the road for Uzbekistan for promotion. With a win here, they would hold the tiebreaker against DPR Korea and Mongolia. All that's remaining in Uzbekistan's trip would be against Luxembourg and Hong Kong, China, the final day of the tournament. As for DPR Korea, if they lose this game here, certainly the hopes of getting promoted is going to diminish by a great deal. Puck hit the post, and then ensuing rebound was tapped in. Here's the first shot from the right side, hit the post. Never got in yet. Korea tried to sweep it out of the danger zone, but could not get an entire puck. Fans on it a little. And now it's 10-1. We're talking about the Uzbekistan ice hockey culture. The way they're scoring, that doesn't give me a lot of time to talk about these things. But they've been a traditional ice hockey country way back in the Soviet era. But as they went independent, their main ice hockey facilities were repurposed for something else. So there's this entire generation went on without ice hockey. That's also why they haven't been in the IIHF for that long. It was until around 2018-ish, 2019 when they had the new arena in Tashkent. And that rink was purpose-built with the goal of one day playing in the KHL. They've had played in the VHL in the first season and then went on to the Kazakhstan Pro League. They had two main teams there in Uzbekistan, one a senior team and one a little more targeted for the under 18 youth players. So ever since they have the Rink, oh, here comes a 2-0 by DPR Korea. Shoots, goalie made the save and covers it. Not quite enough time to get the pass across. And that left number 15, Han-il Yong, a little disappointed by not getting the puck. Had they made the pass, it would have been a great chance. But look at the position. There's just not quite enough space to make another pass, even though Han-il Yong was completely open. So Tashkent is broken down into two teams, Humo Tashkent and Pinokor Tashkent. Siniavsky, one of the more senior players, play in Russia. And number 2, the defender, Artyom Maltsev, plays in Belarus. A couple other players play in Kazakhstan, but everyone else on the two Uzbekistani team. So in terms of team chemistry and how well players work with each other, it's just the same organization from top to bottom. These two teams are exactly what we see here today and a month ago in the U18 tournament. So they've skipped the entire generation of players, but now they are blooming into a golden generation. They have some more experienced players, been with the Russian ice hockey system, and a whole bunch of locally developed players, as we saw in Asimov, Ilya Kojayev, Kusamboev, Kravchenko, number 7, also one of the players with more experience. One times it, this one hits a post. The power play to Uzbekistan, Maltsev, and he scores. Now everything going smoother and smoother for Uzbekistan. But things are going downhill for DPR Korea. And DPR Korea looking really good this year, with a very capable squad, but unfortunate for them, this may not be the year that they earn their promotion. And it has to be Uzbekistan here. Of course, Uzbekistan is by no means a done deal. They still have to go past Luxembourg and Hong Kong, China. Uzbekistan plays Luxembourg the first game tomorrow. The worst possible time for these two teams when Hong Kong, China is at its warmest. None of these teams, oh, here's a Pretty casual flick onto the top of the net. And that scoring just simply does not come to an end with Uzbekistan. There's so much more time remaining in the game. Look at how casually he flips it. It's like in the warm-ups or finishing up in the warm-ups, finding a loose puck. Just casually dumps it over the goalie. It's exactly like that. And it's all downhill for DPR Korea. Now the coach, if you get to take a look at the coaching staff, they're having a little huddle there with the captain, I believe. Surely they are noticing something on the ice. But whatever it is, they need the boat to be stabilized, and here comes another one. Not a bad thing to call a timeout now. I would. Because everything's just sliding down the chute. The players missing their assignments. Oh, and the discussion I saw was to get the goalie changed. So the head coach is still talking things over with his team, his players now. Surely something's going to happen, and it's good to see that they're still trying to figure things out. And of course, he's a very experienced head coach. He's now talking to the defender, Pak Kum Wang, number 2. About the changes, perhaps some line juggling. But certainly DPR Korea, they are making it a little too easy for Uzbekistan. When you look at the first period, it was so much closer than this. And you know, DPR Korea, the players, they do have the physical conditioning to keep up with Uzbekistan. So strength and endurance is probably not a factor here. It's more like the confidence in players and how the mind starts to wander off as the players switch off from the game. Now we see the captain, number 5, Kim Chong-hyuk, coming back from an injury. He was taken away a little more than 30 seconds into the game the first night when they played against Mongolia, where he took a stick into the area just above the eye. I was shown the pictures of the injury, huge gap. Scary to look at. Magically he's back the next game. Today he is going to have to take the game up his shoulders and lead a team by example. So seeing DPR Korea to switch off like that is pretty uncharacteristic of his team. Maybe those pushing and shoving was all choreographed by the head coach. It could be. Whatever works, whatever it takes to jumpstart the team again. It's probably more important for DPR Korea to not concede as many goals when you compare it to other teams. It's a long shot, this one wide and high. There is a side effect from Uzbekistan scoring so many goals. It's the games do last a little longer. And I'm just a little worried on the final day of the tournament, day 7, where they play Hong Kong, China for the last game. The game puck drop at 8:30 at night. If that game goes out of hand, then everyone's going to have a late night. Back linesperson shouts ice, and the forward linesperson shouts no. .440 to go in the second. 12-goal game, it's 13-1. Moving up front, shoots, and this one deflected out of bounds. Face up in the DPR Korean zone. 4:30 to go in the second. Still other than the goals, pretty eventless game so far. Nothing out of the ordinary except for those 2 or 3 wonderful 2-on-0s and 2-on-1s from DPR Korea, and that one was a marginal call, called offside. Caught the player turning around with the back skates, going over the blue line. Probably the linesperson decides that the player does not have total control of the puck. Decided it's an offside call. 4:22, here's Siniavsky. Look at the size difference between these two teams. Uzbekistan at 6 foot average. And DPR Korea, 5'9". That's an offside call. 3:55 to go in the second. Hogan on the left. Dumps it in. Hogan almost able to pick up his own dump. And here's a 2-on-1. DPR Korea with a shot. Blocker saved by the goalie. 3.5 minutes to go in the second. Here's another shot saved by Kim Kang-gun. Kim Kang-gun back on ice, substituting in for Jong Kang-song. So perhaps the head coach, Lee Pong-il, thinks it's going to refresh his team with a goalie change. Uzbekistan is certainly showing to be a very tough team to play against. You saw how dominant DPR Korea was 2 nights ago against Hong Kong, China. They were dominant in control, very disciplined, great defensive team. So taking a win from Hong Kong, China. Now in front of this Uzbekistani team. Oh, nice move, cutting into the slot, shoots, block. Backhand again, shot, saved, and covered by the goalie, Muratov. And amazingly, with Uzbekistan, Muratov still playing in net. Muratov played all the games until now. We've yet to see the slightly younger Rustam Irgasev. Malta sends it out into the neutral zone, picked up by number 7, Cho Tong Nam. Cho tries to send it in. Onto the right side, and it's an offside call. Under 2 minutes to go. Minute 46. Shots on goals so far this game. 33 to 16 in favor of Uzbekistan. So while it's not too bad for DPR Korea, it's not good. 2-on-1 for DPR, oh, and he scores! What a goal! But DPR Korea scoring their second. Look at the 2-on-1 rush here from the left side, threading the needle and putting it the other side on the far side top corner. Very nice shot. Muratov probably caught a little off guard. Is this gonna make Uzbekistan press on the gas pedal? It's looking like they do now with a minute to go in the second period. More pressure being exerted, but back comes DPR Korea, 3-on-3. A slight move there, check from behind, and running into the boards. Gave the puck away. Sideways, ping, pang, pong. Tic-tac-toe, 1, 2, 3. Whatever you want to call it, it's a beauty. You just can't. It's just like playing a video game here. Just keep pressing on those pass buttons until you find the open net. Look at the goalie. To the right. To the left. There's nothing you can do, absolutely nothing, except to press the pause button. But we're not really playing a video game here. 14-2. Uzbekistan showing who's the boss here. Kapibov onto Sinyavsky. Back to Golobovic. Behind the net. Look at how the Uzbekistani players react as soon as they have possession behind the net. Everyone immediately starts pumping their skates and quickly looking for a spot to move into. And it's not just one player, it's almost at the same time, all 3 to 4 players off the puck immediately goes into motion and tries to give options. And that's something a lot of these lower division teams can learn, or some of the kids, younger players watching the games can learn from. It's actually a very effective way and how the pros do it. After 2 periods of play, 14-2 the score, and Uzbekistan will start the third period with a minute 59 power play. I'll take a break. When we're back, we'll bring you the third period.
We scored
Welcome back to Hong Kong, China. This is the 2026 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championships Division 3B. This is day 4 of the tournament. And today we have the first game between Uzbekistan and DPR Korea. After 2 periods of play, 14-2 is the score. Shots on goals, 35-17 for Uzbekistan. Here comes DPR Korea with the shot. That one with a great pass save by the goalie. Still number 20, Muratov. As for DPR Korea, it seems they've made another goalie change again. Out goes Kim Kang-gun, and in comes number 25, Jong Kang-song. Here is DPR with another shot. This one also saved by the goalie. Here comes Kravchenko to Siniavsky. Kravchenko one-times it, and it's a goal. Again, it's these lateral passes leading to a one-time shot that's killing the DPR Korean team. Look at the quick release here. There's no slap shots, huge wind-ups. It's just a quick little slapper. Kneeling down on one knee, sending the puck towards the net. They realize sending it down towards the net is more important. But with the skills and size of the Uzbekistani players, even without a huge wind-up, their shots are strong enough to hit the net before the goalie has a chance. Here is a half wind-up shot, slap shot by Maltsev. 15-2. Look at the previous games. Uzbekistan beat Mongolia in the first game of this tournament 26-1. Uzbekistan then beat Philippines 2 days ago at 28-3. And if this is going to continue, and that's going to be another goal. And if the trend continues, it's going to be the third game that they're able to score more than 20 goals. Mind you, Mongolia did play a good game, but they was overpowered. You can also see these Uzbekistani players skating quite comfortably at ease. Cutting in, backhand shot, and another goal. Protecting the puck, fakes a move. Goalie thought he was going to make a couple moves, but instead the shooter finds an opening on the far side and decided to go backhand. Siniavsky played the puck like lacrosse, netted the puck down from midair, controlling is a great slap shot. Puck bounced off the back glass, and they send it into the DPR Korea zone. 17-2, 15 goal difference, absolutely no doubt. Uzbekistan's going to win this game. And despite the fact that I really like this DPR Korean team, I do wish them well, but the gap between these two teams are just too wide. Uzbekistan is probably a Division 2A or 1B team. They have to go through the system, they have to climb through the ladders just because they are a new member of the IIHF, and that's a unique story. On one end, I'm happy they're back into the international ice hockey scene. And I also know how the Euro-Asian countries play like their ice hockey. I do have friends in Kazakhstan as well. They take their ice hockey very, very seriously and proud. Of course, with these players there, their ice hockey does have a very heavy influence of Russian hockey. Here's Asimov, number 17, the top scoring forward for the under-18 tournament. Just a month ago here in Hong Kong, China. He's actually taking a flight back home. When they returned home, the under-18 team, they received a heroic welcome at the airport. The team lifted the trophy as they step outside of the airport. There were traditional dances and their cultural celebration. And it was a big thing for them. And everyone happy just to be back in international ice hockey. And hey, you know, you never know. Hopefully one day we'll see one of these players here, especially the younger ones, making it into professional major leagues. And one day we could say, hey, we've seen him in Hong Kong. And maybe it's not too late to grab their autograph here at DP Ice Rink. There's another shot. This one shot, long shot by DPR Korea, but gloved down by the goalie. Taking a shot, number 12, Kim Il-choi. Puck went to the point, and at the top of the face-off circle, we just sent it in through traffic. Now here comes Maltsev, number 2, going onto the right side. Dumps it in. Maltsev couldn't quite get to the puck. A little shot from the back. Here is number 5, Kilya Kojayev with the shot. Unable to let the shot go, but very quickly hustled the puck back. Now he's on the left side. This pass blocked by a skate. Goes the other way. Very nice spin around by Kuzanboev. Very, very young player. Plays for the under-18 squad. Nice pickup here, number 6, Ri Eung. Also seeing DPR Korea sending their third line onto the ice a little more often. Their younger players getting a little more experience. So the DPR Korean team do not have very, very young players like Asimov, Kilya Kojayev, and Kuzanboev. DPR Korea team, the youngest players are number 15 Han Il-sung and number 18 Kim Hom-ryong. Born the year 2004. So they're about 22 years old if I making my calculations right. Here's another shot and a goal by Vadim Kravchenko. Look at Vadim Kravchenko going in, looking for the shot, aiming, so much time. Finds that opening between two red shirts and sends it into the corner. The goalie was just unable to react in time. Good quick release. And now it's 18-2. There's 13 minutes to go in the final regulation period. Siniavsky. Sideway pass to the captain, Rasulov. Another goal. There's no stopping these Uzbekistanis. And honestly, I'm running out of things to say. 18-2. But again, it's a great thing to have these players on ice for everyone around to see what you want. And I've always said these guys, these Uzbekistanis, they're not doing anything fancy. Very simple plays, very simple passes, but they do these basic things so well. The skating is solid, the passing, the shooting. You don't see them dangle over 12 players to get the goal, the puck into the net. You don't see those at all. It's just passing, passing, and passing. A lot of cycling, moving. When they were having problems scoring, they would move around. They would try to create room for players to get to find a better place to shoot. They don't have to shoot on the blue line, but they're not afraid to shoot on the blue line. So when they do it with a purpose, which is something a lot of teams at this level could learn from. When you shoot, you generally have a clear view of the goalie, or you know there's somebody to deflect the puck. You know there's someone, your teammates are in position to take the rebound and not blindly whip the puck at the net. He dumps it back. Asimov, the younger player on the team. Maltsev. These players always looking. That's something we can all learn from. You don't have to make a pass, but if you're always looking, when you need to make that pass, you know what's around you. And for the teammates, you know where to send the puck to, instead of having to make a sudden decision of what to do with the puck. You're always planning, you're always thinking about a plan B. Here's Sharat Kojayev. A little shot from the back, a little hook there as well. Player decided to let things move on. Asimov tripped off the puck behind the net, sent it back to Maltsev. Deflected by the Dutch Chikoyev. Lim Ju-won sends it down. Goalie had to use the pass to kick it behind the net. Oh, that's a magical pass to Asimov. Great save of the goalie. And we are going to have a whistle. No penalties, I don't think. But that was a rebound attempt. And a check from behind. Running everyone into the net. Goalie taking the worst of this as everyone lands on top of him. The goalie making the initial save. The rebound ended up in a really bad position. The DPR Koreans lucky to walk away with this without a penalty. Approaching the halfway mark of the final regulation period here. Tilya Kojaya with a long shot, gloved down by the goalie in Jong Kang Song for a face-off in his own zone with 10:05 remaining in the period. Into the neutral zone, DPR Korea. Hwang Yo-nam, onside play. Goalie didn't get the puck at all. Leaving the rebound in front of him in an awkward position. Teammates are there to clear the puck out for an icing call. Puck in the neutral zone. Puck battle. DPR Korea sends it forward. Uzbekistan first to the puck. Great pass there. Across the Tilya Kojayev on the right. Tries to get it to Sultanov. Now connects to Ho Kwang Song. Ho passes the blue line. Sharp angle shot. That one a little panicky shot. Player on the far side, and also a player trailing behind him, tapping on the ice for the puck. But it's sometimes things like these happen to teams down by a great margin. You kind of get impatient. You think you might lose the puck because of how fast these Uzbekistani players are. You don't really want to risk a pass and you in turn shoot it towards the net, which is not a bad thing to do. Coaches will always tell you, when in doubt, send it towards the net. Morgan skates around, 9 minutes to go. 19-2 is the score. The 17-goal difference between these two teams. Hogan skates in. Good shot. That one went high. Hits the plexiglass. Bounce back to the blue line. Kravchenko. The Bebop. Then they're back to Gorofiev. Back to the point. And the puck goes all the way back to the goalie and Muratov. Kravchenko with a snapshot from the center ice hits a stick. That pass in the center ice did not work for DPR Korea, and puck goes the other way. Park Jung-won. Park Yong-jo. Sideways to Han Il-yong, the younger player. Tries a shot there from the left face-off circle. You can see Park giving the younger players some more ice time to perform here. Great hit there, behind the net. Park Jung-won. Cho Chung-nam makes the pass. Up onto the left flank to Pat Young Jo. These players on the ice for a long shift. Under 7 minutes to go. Kum Guang waited for his teammates to get in place, and then he goes, well, he wanted to go for a change, but he gave the puck away. Now he goes in for a change. Nice deke. But loses the puck. The longer arms and longer legs of Siniavsky gets it along the blue line, tries to get it to the captain. DPR Korea from behind their own net trying to break out, but there's pressure from Uzbekistan. Look at the Jones. Get the puck away by Golovic. Couple of moves by Golovic, and they whipped on that pass. Long shot, this one wide. Under 6 to go, 19-2. Spins around with a shot. Nice off the pass. Siniavsky. Rasulov going into position, but that one touched. A little more than 5 minutes to go. 19-2. Long stretch pass. That one's hit, waving off the icing. Khabibov spins around, 5 minutes to go. On to the left, skates his center, which was Tumakonov. Captain Kim Sung-hyuk, not a lot of ice time today. Makes a good pass with the player up front. Rim Ju-won could quite control the pass. 4.5. DPR Korea looking to be the first team in this tournament not to concede more than 20 goals to Uzbekistan. Have to understand DPR Korea is currently the second place team in standings. For them to be beaten up by Uzbekistan, such a huge margin, shows that the gap between these two teams, or I should say the gap between Uzbekistan and Division 3B is just so high. I have no doubt this Uzbekistani team will speed past 2B and 2A. Find themselves in Division 1 in the near future. So for DPR Korea, they have to wait another year to earn promotion. The rest of the division as well, Hong Kong, China, Luxembourg. Luxembourg was relegated from Division 3A, and this year it's just not your year. They lost to Hong Kong, China in the opening game. They came back to the winning column yesterday. So they are probably also going to find Uzbekistan very difficult to deal with. They play Uzbekistan tomorrow. Under 3 minutes to go. Tilya Kojaya flips it to the right, picked up by Bong Yong-nam and a shot. A reminder, today at 4:30, Luxembourg plays the Philippines, Hong Kong, China plays host to Mongolia tonight at 8:30, and that's Greenwich Mean Time plus 8 hours. Do pay attention to the time difference. You can always find our games on IIHF.tv. And that's another goal. That's the 20th goal for Uzbekistan. So for the third time in a row this season, they've broken the 20-goal mark. Two more minutes to go, 20-2. May sound like an error, but oh, that's a great glove save by the goal. It may sound like an error, but really being beaten 20-2 is right now the best record in the division. Now we have an injury, it seems, that the goalie, Jong Kang-song, is favoring his right leg. And in comes Kim Kang-gun, number one, the starting goalie. Jong Kang-song is out. Hopefully that's a cramp more than anything else. 20-2, a minute 40 to go. Nice feed there to DPR Korea on the right side with speed skating in. Trying to give it back to Hwang Il-nam. Interception by Pak Kum-gwang. Simiavsky going in. A great save by the goalie. Simiavsky again. So much time to aim, he decided to aim at the pads. Final minute. Bebop, 30 more seconds. Rustamkinov. Back to Gadako Jayev. Number 12, Kim Yo-choi tries to send it out. 19 more seconds. Here comes DPR Korea with a breakaway chance, and they score! And now they've become the team that scored the most goals against Uzbekistan. Ought to be a great consolation prize for DPR Korea. Nobody else has scored 3 goals. (20-3). Great finish for DPR Korea with 12 more seconds to go. That's 5 more seconds. A pleasantly played game without a lot of penalties. If it were the DPR Koreans from years ago, it would have ended very differently. And this team, if some of the team personnel speaking good English and first, a lot of them been very shy with the public. But over time, they've become more accustomed to the people here in Hong Kong, and they've been quite nice to us. So it's a 20-3 finish to the game. And it's time to award the top player, the best player for each team, selected by the team officials. While the guests make way onto the ice, here's the latest updated standings. Uzbekistan still unbeaten, 9 points, topping the leader sport. DPRK, 2 wins, 1 loss, 6 points in second place. Hong Kong, China in third place. Luxembourg in fourth. Mongolia and the Philippines in fifth and sixth place, respectively. A lot of players should be awarded for DPR Korea. My pick would be number 2, Pan Kung Wang, but the goalies do deserve a mention. And of course, the backup goalie here, number 20, Dong Kang Song. As for Uzbekistan, I don't even know who to give it to. It's a whole slew of players you can get it to. But it did, the coaching staff selected number 7, Vadim Kravchenko. Congratulations to both players, and now we'll rise for the national anthem of Uzbekistan. Congratulations to the teams. A reminder for the remaining on the schedule for today. Hong Kong, China plays Mongolia at 8:30 tonight. Luxembourg plays Philippines up next at 4:30 local time. And my name is Scotty Yang. Thanks for watching this game, and I'll see you at the next game.